Hey everyone, and welcome back to Beyond the Table. My name is Janae. I'm a clinical licensed holistic nutritionist and personal trainer. And today, as you can see, I have a special guest with me. This is my daughter. She was born a few weeks ago. So she's going to be joining us for today's topic, which is bloating. I'm going to give you 9 tips on how to beat bloating or how to help your bloating if you struggle with it. I struggled with it for years before I figured out these tips. And of course, it's not limited to just these tips, but these are very useful. So I hope you enjoy. So tip number 1 is to drink a lot of water. You may think, why would you drink a lot of water? Won't that make you bloat more? Well, no, don't guzzle a whole gallon at one time. That will definitely make you bloat and feel sick. But drinking a lot of water throughout the day, aiming for at least 12 cups of water, will definitely help your bloating long term. Tip number 2 is to limit other beverages that you're consuming. So try to stick to water, or like lemon water or fruit flavored water. Try to skip the seltzers and the fizzy drinks and sodas and juices, because those can make you bloat more. Tip number 3 is actually drinking ginger tea. I know I just said limit other beverages, but drinking ginger and peppermint tea are known for years and decades to help with stomach ailments and bloating. So drinking ginger or peppermint tea is also a very good remedy for bloating. Tip number 4 is to eat slower. When you eat super fast, I know personally I'm a culprit of this, but when you shuffle down your food, you kind of swallow more air and it leads to bloating. So try to eat slower. The next tip goes along with the eating too fast. It's to limit your gum chewing intake, because when you chew gum, you're swallowing air like unconsciously, and also drinking through straws. You swallow more air that way, and when you have more air in your system, that leads to bloating. So if you struggle with bloating, you want to limit your use of straws as well as your use of chewing gum. The next tip is to get and stay active. The more movement you get throughout the day, the more your digestive system and your body is just working and flowing optimally, so that will help in turn limit your bloating as well. The next tip is to watch your sodium intake. High sodium intake, because we need some salt in our diet, but super high sodium intake. And you okay? Oh, big stretch. I love you. So super high sodium intake leads to water retention, which leads to bloating. The next tip is to food log to figure out what certain foods, if any, are causing your bloating. So I know for me, it was black beans specifically, not all beans, but black beans, grapes, gluten, peanut butter are some of the things that in the past have made me bloat. I recommend very strongly to food log for a few weeks and then write down your symptoms when you feel it, and then trace back, because sometimes it doesn't happen right away. Sometimes you don't bloat right after you eat your trigger food. Sometimes it takes a few hours, or sometimes it's the next day that you actually bloat. So if you can food log and figure out when you're bloating the most and trace it back to a certain food, that could definitely be useful and helpful for you to figure that out and eliminate that. The last tip is to try yoga. Now, I know I said to get and stay active, but yoga specifically, doing certain poses and moves and stretches can really help bring down your bloating. Look up yoga poses for bloating, and that can definitely be helpful as well. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed these 9 tips for bloating. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And sorry, mom brain. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you next time. Bye.